when this pandemic dies down, do you really want to go back to the life you were living before? Because if not, this is a beautiful opportunity for you to make a change. How many times have you thought about quitting your job and starting a new life? Hey, I'm Lindsay, the girl who actually did that. And now I'm on a mission to change the 9-to-5 narrative that dreading Monday and working for the weekend is normal and acceptable. My goal is to help you see your potential beyond your credentials, gain clarity on what it means to live life on your own terms, and build the confidence to go after your dream career. I'm here to prove to you that it's possible for you to do work you love, make a positive impact on the world, make even more money than you're making right now, and live a deeply fulfilling life. So let's dive in. Hello, my beautiful, beautiful humans. How are we all handling this quarantine? We doing good? Everyone doing okay? When I tell you that my life has barely changed, like this has been kind of eye-opening because I have had to change almost nothing about the way I live aside from the fact that I can't go to the gym because it's closed. Other than that, self-quarantine is basically just my existence on a daily basis. Because I already work from home and I'm already an introvert and a homebody and I don't really go out much. Like it's just not my jam. My jam is sitting on my couch by myself watching true crime documentaries. Like that is where I thrive. And so I really haven't had to change much about my life. And it's been really interesting to watch the rest of the world and all of you extroverts freak out about having to self-quarantine. And, like, I feel for you, but I also am just like, this is just how I live. Like, I don't know what you're freaking out about. It's been a little bit comical for me. And I'm not minimizing the seriousness of this situation. But the thing is, everything is just what we make of it, right? And that's what I really want to talk about today, is how you can take advantage of this time, especially if you are someone who is in a job you hate, and especially if you are someone who's been dreaming of working for yourself, of starting an online business. Like, now is your time. Now is your time to thrive. And we're going to get into it. But if you haven't already listened to the last episode, I released a bonus episode last week about just how to deal with this pandemic and all of the chaos and all the fear and the uncertainty and the anxiety that a lot of us have been experiencing. So if you're still stuck in the franticness of it all and feeling really anxious about the virus, about being quarantined, about having to cancel all of the things that you love, about how this is going to affect your economy, about your job security, whatever, definitely go listen to that episode first and then come back and listen to this one. But like I said, everything is just what we make of it. And so we can let this time be scary and anxious and frustrating. And you can just sit in your house and try to find things to pass the time and just wait it out and then go back to life as usual, right? That's one option. Another option is you can make the most of this time. You can use this time to your advantage and let it be incredibly transformational for you and for your life and for your career, right? Like, what if this is the greatest thing that's ever happened? And obviously I'm like, this is terrible and tragic and horrible in a lot of ways. And I'm not minimizing the people who are affected by the coronavirus and people who are dying from it, and it's a serious thing. But what if you can allow this time where you have to stay home and you have to quarantine yourself and you can't go out and live your life as normal? What if this time was the greatest thing that's ever happened for you? What if you can use this time to your advantage? And I think one of the reasons why, if you're feeling really anxious about not having anything to do, and it's like, it's different than just being bored. Like if you're not just bored, but you're like actually anxious about having nothing to do, here's why. We all have things that we use as a buffer. And a buffer is basically a distraction from having to feel our negative emotions. So think about like stress eating, right? You don't want to feel stressed out, and so you eat to relieve your stress. Does that actually solve the problem? No, because the only way to actually move through your emotions is by managing your mind and looking at the underlying thoughts that are creating the negative emotions, right? But we all have our thing. We all have our buffer, right? Maybe that is drinking or drugs, like drugs or alcohol. Whenever you're feeling anxious, whenever you're having negative emotions, you turn to alcohol. Maybe it's something less serious. Like it could literally be social media. Like you scroll through social media to relieve stress, relieve anxiety. You watch Netflix. Like it could be anything. So notice what your buffers are. And for a lot of us, that might be something that we can't do because we're quarantined, right? Like it might be hanging out with your friends, going to the gym, going to the bar, and just forgetting how much you hate your life Monday through Friday, right? So whatever you're feeling most anxious about not being able to do is probably something that you were using as a buffer. And now you don't have that. You can't go to the bar and just forget how much you hate your life Monday through Friday. But what if that is a beautiful fucking blessing for you? Because now you get to actually sit with your thoughts, sit with your emotions, look at the fact that you hate your life Monday through Friday, and decide what you want to do about that. Because you can't go out and just buffer and every weekend keep buffering and forgetting how much you hate your life and then repeating that cycle. Now is your chance to break the cycle. And also notice what you're going to and using as a substitute. Because if you can't go out and do the thing you normally buffer with, then you're probably just finding a different buffer. You might not be using this time to actually feel your emotions and work through them. You might just be finding a different buffer. And that could be Netflix, that could be scrolling social media. It could be something that is seen as positive. Like you could use cleaning and organizing. That could be a buffer for you. And I'm not saying if you've been like cleaning a lot that you're buffering, but notice whether you're doing something from a place of wanting to avoid having to like feel your emotions and sit with your thoughts, or if you're doing it because you want to, right? So notice what your buffers are and then go there. Like I encourage you to sit in the discomfort of having to actually look at your emotions, having to actually look at whatever it is you're trying to buffer from and trying to avoid. Go there. Like allow yourself to feel the feelings, because that's the only way you can work through them. Right? And use this time to decide what you really want your life to look like. Like when this pandemic dies down, do you really want to go back to the life you were living before? Because if not, this is a beautiful opportunity for you to make a change. Like now is the time, sis. Like do the thing that you've been putting off. Start the side hustle, invest in the coach, like do the damn thing. Right now, you have more time, you have no distractions, your job security is probably questionable. Like, even if you don't quit your job or lose your job as a result of this, how much more secure would you feel knowing that you have another stream of income? Like, it's 2020. You can make money in a zillion ways, literally from your couch. All you need is the internet. Like, there are so many ways to make money online. And how great would it feel, even if you do go back to your corporate job, whether you hate your job or not, how great would it feel to just have some extra income and have another stream of income? How much more secure would you feel, right? And one of the main reasons why people don't go after their dream or don't especially if they want to work for themselves, is that stability, right? Like, why did you go into accounting even though you hate it? Because everyone on earth told you it would be a stable job, right? Like, you'd always have a job, you'd have great benefits, you'd get paid well, all the things. And I think this is just a beautiful slap in the face to remind you that nothing is guaranteed. Like, maybe that's a little bit harsh, but do you get that security was an illusion all along? Like, yes, maybe being an accountant is more secure than a lot of other things, but your job is still not guaranteed. Like, your life can still always change on a dime. You never know what's going to happen. And someone, I think it was Jim Carrey, was making a speech at a graduation once and said how his dad was an accountant and his dad got laid off. He lost his job. His dad went into accounting, even though he was passionate about something else, for the security, and he lost his job. He got laid off. Like, imagine not going after your dream and choosing stability instead, and then just losing the stability. Like, you can be in a corporate job you hate and still lose it all. You can be working for yourself and doing something you love and lose it all. Either way, you can lose it all. Nothing is guaranteed. So why not go after the thing that you really want? Like, why not do the thing that will bring you more joy and fulfillment? Why not go after the dream on your heart? There is no reason not to, because security and stability was an illusion all along. You can choose to feel stable and secure in your body, in your life, no matter what your external circumstances are. And that may sound and feel impossible, but it's true. You can lose your job and choose to still feel secure and know that you're supported and know that things are going to work out. You can be an entrepreneur and not have a steady paycheck and still choose to feel secure and feel like I've been there. I have been there. I have been in the situation where I wasn't sure if I would be able to pay my bills next month. Like, I've been there, and I'm telling you, you're able to feel secure and feel abundant even in that place. Because the whole premise of thought work is that your feelings don't come from your circumstances. They don't come from your external circumstance. They come from your thoughts. They come from within. You have control over that. And so you can choose to feel secure and feel abundant and know that things are going to work out and you're always going to have more than enough money, no matter how much money you actually have, no matter whether you are on the verge of losing your job or not. You can feel secure. And even if you are an entrepreneur or you move into entrepreneurship, like, I've never felt more secure. I can't lose my job because I'm not going to fire myself. You know, like, there's this illusion that entrepreneurship is unstable and scary and, like, you don't have a steady paycheck, so it's risky. But, like, I feel more in control of my income now than I ever did before, because the thing is, entrepreneurship teaches you how to be resourceful. Entrepreneurship teaches you how to turn an idea that you have into a way to make money, how to literally create something that didn't exist before and then monetize it, turn it into a profit, make it an income stream for you. And if my whole life I had only relied on being employed by someone else and getting a paycheck, then if you lose your job, what are you going to do, right? But I know that no matter what happens, I'm resourceful and I'm going to find a way to turn it around and turn it into income and make money off of it and still have a business. Like, my business can't be affected by coronavirus because I don't have a physical location. And that's the beauty of the era that we're living in. That's the beauty of online business, is that I'm not affected by this shit. Having an online business is not unstable. You can choose to think of it as unstable, and then you'll either never go after that dream, you'll never start your business, or you'll start it, but then be stuck in that frantic place of, this isn't stable, I'm not going to make enough money, like, what if it doesn't work out? You can be stuck there, or you can decide, this is amazing because now I have more control over my income than ever, and I believe in myself, and I'm going to be resourceful, and I'm gonna make money. Like, it's really just up to you. Entrepreneurship can be frantic and unstable if you let it be, or you can choose to feel even more in control of your income and of your life than ever. Like, I'm so glad to be where I'm at with all of this going on, and that I don't have to just hope to not lose my job. Like, I know for sure that I'm good right now, right? And there's about to be a baby boom of online businesses. I'm telling you, like, there's about to be a million stories of people who started their online business during this time because of coronavirus, because they were quarantined, because they lost their job, like whatever. Sometimes moments like this, even though they seem tragic and stressful and like the worst thing that could ever happen to you at the time, are sometimes the most beautiful opportunity for you to pivot, for you to make a change, for you to actually go after what you want, because you realize that nothing is guaranteed. The world is shifting right now, and this is your opportunity to shift with it. And I encourage you to take advantage of this time and don't just let it pass and then go back to life as usual. Like, are you going to be a part of the online business baby boom, or are you going to just go back to the job and the life that you hate when all of this dies down and just keep repeating this cycle? Like, if nothing changes, nothing changes. And if there's any part of your life that you don't love or didn't love before all of this happened, now is the chance for you to look at that and for you to make a change and for you to decide what your life is going to look like on the other side of all of this. So if you are someone who has been dreaming of working for yourself, if you want to take this time to start your side hustle, or if you've already started your side hustle, but you're freaking out and you're like, I don't know how this is going to work, and you have all the self-doubt, all the imposter syndrome, all the fear, all the money bullshit of what if I don't make enough money, all of that stuff is what I'm diving into in my free challenge. And if you're listening to this in real time on March 23rd when it comes out, the challenge is starting today. So this is your last chance to get into this challenge. As long as you get in this week, you'll be able to join the Facebook group and watch the video replays. I'm going live inside the Facebook group every day, Monday through Friday this week. So if you want to be there live, make sure you join today. Otherwise, you have until Friday to join and get all the replays. But after that, you will not be able to access these videos for free. I'm planning to put them into some sort of course or training that I'm going to be selling in the future. So if you want these for free right now, get in. This is your last chance, sis. You can go to lindsayhanson.com/challenge to join. I'll leave that link in the show notes. And anyone who joins is getting a special juicy offer and a way to work with me and get coaching that I've never offered before. And I'm super excited for you guys. So if you want in on this, which you do, I promise, make sure you join ASAP. If you know someone who hates their job and has been dreaming about working for themselves and starting an online business, please share this episode with them. Always love to see you guys listening and sharing. If you want to take a screenshot and tag me on your Insta story, my Instagram is Lindsay M. Hanson. I would also love for you to go onto Apple Podcasts and leave a review so that other people can know how amazing and life-changing this podcast is. As always, I appreciate you. I love you. Let this time of self-quarantine be the pivotal moment for you. Let it change your life. It's all up to you what you make of this time. And you can just let it pass and go back to life as usual. Or you can decide that you're never going back to life as usual and you're ready to fucking up level. And I hope that's what you choose. Have an amazing week. I hope to see you inside the challenge. Otherwise, I will talk to you next Monday.